I have faith to believe in a God, but not enough faith to accept atheism.
Liar.
I mean, obviously I grew up in a Christian household. It obviously had an effect on me. I mean, who else would it? During college, I may have doubts, and those doubts made me look at different belief systems or different gods or religions of sorts. I just never understood the whole idea or thought process that there is no God or you can't accept that there is no God. And I never understood why. I never understood how that thought process works.
Riddle me this, friend.
I'm not trying to judge you on your thought process here, but this video is just describing why I can't follow atheism. I really believe that atheists were like the smartest of the smart people.
Why do you do this? You're so stupid!
And I saw them as you have to really provide strictly all this evidence. So I really thought atheists had the evidence already. Or they just, I'm not describing, I really thought atheists had, you need to be really, really smart to communicate with atheists.
What?
I thought they were the smartest of the smart people, and it took a while to get out that mindset. I really thought, for example, Bible contradictions. I thought at first a lot of these Bible contradictions had merit, and especially younger, I didn't want to look at them. I just ignored it. What really changed my perspective, really got me thinking about it, someone brought up a Bible contradiction. It was whether God desires sacrifice or not. And I remember I was looking at these, I was trying to find the answer, and to keep that part short, basically these verses shouldn't seem like as contradictions if you read the whole chapter in context. And so that part about the whole smartest idea, I started to go the Bible, biblical contradictions on American atheists, and I just read those, and a lot of those contradictions aren't legit. Just look at this one. I mean, it's cherry picking needed a picture.
Is that the best you can do?
You had to ask.
They're random. Secondly, so growing up, I knew prayer worked. Let me rephrase that. I believed prayer worked. I just assumed it did and didn't want to test it at all. I only prayed for sleep and food, and for health and safety. It wasn't really until college until I tried to test the limits of prayer. At this time period, almost every one of my prayers have been answered, or I got the answer to. People might say you remember the prayers that worked, and you might forget about the prayers that didn't work. That's easier said, and honestly, especially during college when I actually prayed a lot more, almost every my prayers been answered. For example, I prayed about I played my PS4 too much and I got robbed 2 days later.
Consequences.
I prayed that I needed money to go to Florida for something, and I got money the next day.
Here comes the money!
Here we go.
I can never say prayer doesn't work. I think prayer is a big thing for me. Prayer is a huge thing that kind of helped me keep the proof that there's a God. Thirdly, I'm one of those people that just look into the world. I look into how a tree works, the human body. And I'm this thing cannot be random design. I'm not trying to argue about evolution or creation, but I don't care how you get there, but some being had to design this or create this process there. This, it seems really advanced. If I see a calculator in the forest, I'm not going to sit here and say that it evolved with some dirt.
Just like that rock.
Or just this random chance. I think that's one of the biggest things. I don't understand how people just can look at something complicated like the human body, and it's oh, this is just random. I would say random, but came out just natural order without any interference. I never understood the whole thought process, and one of the biggest things was morality, and it is one of the first videos I put on my channel. Morality is a big part for me. I'm not gonna sit here and say that morality is black and white, but for example, I can sit here and say that if you want a 40-year-old man and a 2-year-old baby want to get together or something like that, I'm gonna sit here and say that's objectively wrong. And I don't know how you can determine that's objectively wrong without some type of standard. Basically, this is my short version of why I can be an atheist in about 4 minutes and about 4 seconds.